And he says, what do I do about a selfish sibling? My mother wants me to put things aside, but he's not willing to change to be better. Well, great question. First thing you have to understand that not every group that you were born in is the group that God wants to burst out. What I mean by that, you were born in a family. And you were born in a family where you had a mother, you had a father, and you had siblings, cousins, grandmother, grandfather, etc. You were born into that family. Now, Christ, through his life and his blood, gave you the opportunity to be reborn into a new family and birth a community that you can share your talents, gifts, heart, love within, right? And if your sibling is being selfish, there's nothing wrong with creating boundaries. And don't allow, respectfully, don't allow your mom's desire possibly for there to be this unrealistic union between you and your spouse when she knows you're suffering, but she's trying to appease both of you all. And that's typical of moms. Moms are just, they don't want to see anything of the things of this nature, right? So you can put things aside, you can forgive, but don't forget. And what I mean by forget, you have to use wisdom. You have to set boundaries, right? So what do I do about a selfish sibling? Create boundaries based upon the level of their selfishness. If their selfishness, let me say it like this. Wherever their selfishness is sabotaging, create a boundary. Wherever their selfishness is sabotaging or affecting you, create a boundary with that. So get on a sheet of paper. I want you to write down their level of their selfishness on a scale of 1 to 10. Right? And if they're a high-level selfish individual, then on a sheet of paper up under that, write down what area of your life, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, professionally, or financially, or relationally, is that sibling affecting that area. Whatever area that sibling is affecting through their selfishness, I want you to create a boundary in that area. But as you're processing this, I want you to ask yourself, is there an area in you where you feel obligated to allow that person access to that domain? Then you got to reframe the way you see that sibling, not in a way where you disown them or you treat them like they was never your sibling, but you determine what level of love you're going to walk in or with them within, right? Or walk in with them. I think that makes sense, right? So everyone deserves some level of your love, right? So there's some people who only get a hello, and that's love. Some people get 5 minutes of my time, and that's love. There's certain people that will get 30 minutes of my time. That's love. There's some people that will get 45 minutes, right? But not everybody gets the same type of love that my wife receives and the love that my daughter receives. There's levels to love. And if you allow street people to be sheets people, or what I mean by that, I'll paint this picture. There are some people that only deserve access, a conversation with you from the street. What I mean by that, you're outside walking your dog and someone walks down the street, it's your neighbor. You will only talk to them at the sidewalk. You only talk to them at the street. You only talk to them at the car, but you won't allow them to come into your yard. There's certain people that you will talk to in your yard, but you won't allow them to sit with you on your porch. There are certain people that you will actually have a conversation with them on your porch, but you won't let them in your living room. There are certain people that you will allow in your home. They'll be in your kitchen. They'll be in your living room. They'll use a bathroom, but they won't have access to your bedroom. So many people are making street people sheets people. They go from the streets to the sheets. They go from the street to the intimate part of your life. And that's where you got to determine where this sibling lies. And each area gets an ounce or a pint or a liter or a gallon of your love. But don't rise them above the love they only deserve, right? Don't serve what they don't deserve, right? So maybe that is shifting the way you view this so that you don't get so caught up in, well, because they're my sibling, I guess I have to. You don't have to do anything. Jesus was doing ministry out there in the outskirts of Bethlehem, and the outskirts of Jerusalem, and the outskirts of Galilee, outskirts of Canaan, or he was just doing ministry. And one of his disciples came up to him and was like, "Yo, Jesus, your mom and your brother here." Jesus was like, "Word? All right, what up?" And the disciple was like, "But they own something a little different. Like your mom seem like she's upset, and your brother looking like he bothered." And Jesus said, "Who's my mother? Who's my brother?" You can almost imagine how Mary and his brother felt when they was going to Walmart and going to Chick-fil-A, and they was going to Publix, and everyone was snickering and laughing and saying that your hillbilly son, your hippie son out there in Canaan and Cana and all these different areas doing all these different miracles. You got a weird son. Oh, you can imagine Jesus' brother getting buckets at a neighborhood park and people laughing at them, talking about you will never be as good as Jesus. Last time Jesus played ball with us, he was 20 for 20. Jesus was crossing everybody up, but look at you. You 5 for 11. You can't get no shots like your brother. You could almost imagine the frustration Mom Dukes had and his brother had. But Jesus didn't allow their toxic energy to affect his synergy with his Father and in his ministry. He said, "Who's my mother? Who's my brother?" But these people who are owned what I own, this is my family. I love you, you're blood. I thank you. I appreciate everything you've done, but you ain't rocking with me, and that's okay. So don't allow your mom or your sibling to affect your ministry, your business, your mental health, your emotional stability, your physical well-being, your finances. Don't allow it. Hope that helped. Thank you so much for watching my video. I pray that it was a blessing to you. If this video resonated with you, make sure you check out the links in my description box below. Links to my books, card games, coaching programs, as well as my school community. And also make sure you like, share, and comment on this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I look forward to serving you on the next video. I love you all. Catch you in the next one. Peace.